Hello, good evening, good afternoon, from whatever time zone you're watching me from. This is Maper coming to you live from the comfort of my home. Um, it is Sunday here, and here in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I am coming to you live here on my kitchen counter. And yeah, I just hope that you've had a wonderful day. It is Sunday, so for me, Sunday is considered a rest day, reflection of the past week, and preparing for a new week, or just um, yes. And so that is usually the topic on Sundays. And if you're watching me for the first time, I'm a registered nurse, still working full time. Originally from Fiji, now living in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I started a digital business a year ago, and this is part of it. And so yesterday, I've been doing this Go Live since September of last year, and I've liked it ever since I took a challenge in the business, and it has been a daily journey for me. And so yes, I hope that you've had a great weekend. I hope that you're well rested and preparing and getting ready for another new week. So before I dive into, what I want to share or what I have prepared for us today, I just want to share with you that, and if you've been following me, I started these Advent activities for my grandchildren. I have 4 grandchildren. I have 4 children, 4 grandchildren, and 1 on the way. So I started this Advent calendar activities with for my grandkids, and because we are all in different states, this is one way that I thought it will be great to introduce Advent to my grandchildren. But not only that, just wanting to have them do something that's related to, the reason for this season. And so this is like the end of week 2. And every Sunday, part of it is a bake-off for everyone. And so last week was a cookie bake-off, and this week is today is brownies day. So I didn't get to participate in the last one, but I thought I'll do it today for the sake of my grandchildren. And I do not make brownies all the time, so I decided to make brownies to show my grandchildren while they make theirs, and it turned out this way. So I thought, it tastes great. It looks like brownies, but tastes like cookies. So we'll call it brookie. So that's my my start of our Go Live today, just sharing. And it's a joy to see them do the activities and share their stories. Share their pictures with us. And so that is part of our, Advent for this month. And so back to the reason of this Go Live, I just wanted to share a little bit on my, story, but more so about this reason for this live. And I welcome you here. Thank you for finding time to listen to me. And I hope that this will inspire you and encourage you in your journey, whether you're in the business or not, or whether you're in, whatever you do. I hope that this is something that I share that is of value to me. Not only that, just my stories that I hope will inspire someone. And so I wanted to come here quietly today, not, it's not to rush, but to reflect and encourage anyone who's stepping into a new week, needing peace. If this past week felt full, heavy, or, unexpected, this live is for you. So I welcome you here. Just a little bit on a reflection on the week. This past week held, a little bit of everything for us, for my husband and I. We had a snowstorm that, really slowed life down. It was not the best experience driving during that snowstorm. Um, but, God has been good and has protected us along the way. And we attended also, there's a lot of things happening this week. We attended my husband's end of the year work celebration, or, Christmas party, a moment to pause and honor a year of hard work. And it was amazing to see how, um, uh, employees have been acknowledged, and just having time to celebrate the end of the year. So I was thankful to be a part of that. And then come Saturday, we went carol singing, which reminded us why this season matters. It was something that our church organized, for a few of us who volunteered to do that, and it was really a great experience. Out in the cold, we used to do carol singing back home in Fiji, warm tropical weather, but this was our first time going out in the cold, dressed for the um, for the occasion, and it was a great experience, interesting one. Sang in the neighborhood and waving at cars as they drive by, but it was just a way of showing the joy and the peace and the reason for this season, just bringing some joy and sharing the love to the neighbors. And so and then after that, something unexpected happened. um, in all seasons, right? We don't expect, we have to be prepared for the unexpected. And so on our way home, another car lost control in the snow and skidded and spun and hit our car. Thankfully, the car was damaged, but by God's grace, we were protected. And that is, something that we are grateful for. No injuries, no lingering fear. And what surprised me most is, our peace actually, our peace wasn't shaken. We trusted that we were protected. And even though the car is damaged, but that is something that can be fixed. And so that peace, it doesn't depend on circumstances. I can share today, that it does not depend on circumstances. Even after that experience, we were at peace. We still felt God's covering over us. Everything that we needed to do were, done in a timely manner, and we were able to get home safely. That alone, I believe, is a testimony. It reminded me of, this truth, that God's sovereignty isn't seasonal. His peace isn't circumstantial, and his joy isn't, it's not dependent on everything going right. It's steady. And so I believe that it is present and it carries us even when life surprises us. So, today, today is Sunday, and it's a day that we consider a day of rest. And today's rest really reminded me of something powerful, and it was just amazing, like, that peace carried on today as we attended church. And the along with the Advent calendar, as Advent for the month of December, the same theme that I share with my grandchildren and family about peace was today's theme. And so, we're just thinking, how amazing God is to continue to reassure us of his peace on a day like today as well. And so also, rest, today's rest reminded me, like, of something powerful, and that rest doesn't pause the work. It prepares the harvest, and seeds grow quietly in the dark. And so while we are resting, roots strengthen before anything is seasoned. If you're someone that grows, likes to plant, you probably will understand this. I'm just a new gardener, but I do understand the concept that um, that roots strengthen before anything is seen, before you actually see the shoot growing above the ground, and of course, growth happens when we stop striving. So as I reflect, in life and in the business, rest isn't, it isn't inactivity. It's just trust. When you've planted with intention, built with integrity, and shown up consistently, you're allowed time to pause. And we can be so busy doing a lot of things and trying to do everything, but you must allow time to pause, allow time to rest. And today is like a day that I choose to rest. It could be a different day for you. It could be your day off. I used to work night shifts, and Sundays is not always, it's a day that I like to call a rest day, but it's not always. So now I get to enjoy that. And so even while you are resting, um, the system keeps working. And so, um, like I can say that, just to share a little bit in um, life and in business, like I said, even while I rest, the system keeps working and connections keep moving, the lessons keep settling, and God keeps working, especially in the unseen. Sometimes when we don't see progress, when we don't see change, when we don't see growth, we think that nothing is working. In fact, it is working for as long as you're consistent, for as long as you believe in yourself, in what you do, whatever journey you're in, just continue to show up for yourself. And so this week, as you prepare for another week, actually this week um, reminded me why building something beyond a paycheck really matters. I work full time. And I enjoy my nurse career. But I started this business because, like I said, building something beyond a paycheck truly matters. Life happens, storms come, unexpected moments arise, like what I just shared earlier. And having a business that offers flexibility, support, and peace, especially in the unforeseen circumstances, truly makes a difference. Um, Not just financially, but emotionally. It's that peace knowing we are not putting all our hope in one job, one car, or one plan, but trusting God while stewarding wisely. And and that is the peace that we really that has really grounded us, knowing that whatever we can control, we trust that God will take control of that. And so as I share that, I like to reflect, put this reflection, um, and in preparation for this new week from tomorrow. And as we step, so here's the thing: as we step into this new week, I want you to, I want to invite you to reflect with me. Hopefully, this is something that will help you ask these questions to yourself. What seeds have you already planted? Where do you need the rest instead of a push? And what are you trusting God to grow in His timing? You don't have to force everything. You don't have to carry everything. You don't have to rush what's still growing. Just faith and consistency will always result in harvest. Um, but I believe that faith also means knowing when to release control and let go, let God do what only He can do. That has really grounded me in the many years. Um, and even in these times, I truly believe that that is how, um, you know, I have been able to have peace during the challenging moments, and just preparing for the unexpected. So, as this week begins, I pray it starts with peace instead of pressure. And this is for those of you who are viewers who are listening in or watching the replay. I hope that this is encouragement for you, that peace, there is peace instead of pressure, that there is clarity instead of chaos, and quiet confidence that even in rest, growth is truly happening. So, what are you handing over to God this week? This is a question for you. What are you handing over to God this week? Your plans, your worries, your timeline, or your next step? Whatever it is. Thank you for listening to me tonight. I just thought of sharing you what's in my heart, that I hope is adding value into your journey. And I hope that it'll encourage you, it'll inspire you, it'll prepare you for another new week, regardless of what you went through the previous week. Just as I have shared my story and the unexpected, and all that I have gone through, that I have experienced in the past week, it does not stop me from having to take that peace and start a new week with a mindset, with a growth mindset, and just being intentional and having that purpose to continue to grow in my journey, to continue to impact and be a blessing to anyone. And so I hope that you are encouraged as well. And I pray that whatever I've shared today will bless you. Share it with someone that you know needs to hear this and be encouraged. May you walk into this week covered, protected, and held in peace. And thank you for listening. Have a blessed rest of your day, evening, whatever time zone you're watching me from. Vinaka Foyexia, and God bless.